Hey YouTubers, it's Rob Muffet, guys. I'm in a happy place. I'm in a happy place. My little inflatable boat for $79 came about an hour or two ago. And the house is a really big mess. I shouldn't be making this video. You guys see how messy my house is right now. But I bought this boat on one condition. I was thinking I could make it into a little tiny sailboat. That was something I could fold up and put in my house and take in my car or go sailing, and not do any serious sailing, but just to feel the wind again. And I think it's going to work. I've been staring at it for the last hour and a half. My dog's been driving me crazy, whining because she doesn't like me to sit there and stare off into space, I guess. When you're thinking, you gotta, I've been thinking hard, and I'm happy right now. Because this boat, first of all, it looks like I put a box behind the seat, and it's going to give me a ton of support. So I've got an ice chest that will replace this box, or I could get some plywood and make a box that's identical in size, and I can use it to store the boat when it's deflated in the house. But in the meantime, I can just put an ice chest there, and it'll give me plenty of support. Because if you're not comfortable, it doesn't matter what you're going to do with your boat or how much you spend on it. The other thing is, since I'm not going to have a second seat usually, I can use these places to strap on another strap to allow my feet to have something to brace, so when I'm paddling, then I won't get tired as easy. So here's the deal. I'm going to make a little floorboard that will fit in the boat and in my car. And hopefully it won't make a hole in the boat from rubbing, and that's number one. And once I get the floorboard, I can make a little box up here that I can attach the lee boards. Why I'm going to make a little box? Because that'll be the strongest structure I can make to attach to the floorboard, and to have the lee boards attached and go across the boat. And in front of the box, I'll have a mast step and have a small sail. I'm not quite sure if that's going to be the best place to put the mast and the sail, depending on what sail I use. But right now I'm just going to have to live with it. And because the center of effort, it's only 10-foot long boat, so it's kind of critical where you put the center of effort. You don't have a lot of room to spare fore and aft. So I should be able to put a mast and a mast step. Now, I haven't figured out what I'm going to make the mast out of, but that's part of the fun. I haven't figured out what sail I'm going to use yet, but that's going to be the fun. I haven't figured out if I'm going to use the blue tarp or the butyl ground cloth for the sail, but that's part of the fun too. And even the lee boards, I don't know if I'm going to make a foil shape or just something really simple like some marine ply or some aluminum. The next part is going to be real fun. Is the rudder. I was thinking about just using the steering oar, but I didn't want to do that. You can do it and work fine. There's a lot of little boats like that little English punt, that duck punt, that they use the steering oar. It works great. In fact, the duck punt, they just use the paddle. But the duck punt is flat bottom and has chines that dig into the water, and so it gives it a grip, so it allows it to steer easy and to track in the water. It doesn't slide like a raft will. So, but once I get the lee boards up forward, it should be okay. This part though, putting in the rudder on this stern made out of an inflatable boat, it's going to be fun. I was thinking about putting some PVC. Since there's not a lot of forces on this, you could use PVC and just bend it with heat, and then at the stern make a little platform and put a collar and a slot and put a little spade rudder that would be easy to steer. But I'm thinking, instead of using a PVC, I might just put a board here and make it level with an inclined piece of wood, and having a slot here for a collar and a little rudder stock going on to the rudder, and have, like I said, a little spade rudder that I can lift up and down, and then have, instead of a tiller, have on the rudder head, have one that goes port and starboard. That way you can steer it by pulling a line attached to it. So it goes to thwart the boat, instead of lining up. You won't have a tiller that lines up like this. You'll have one that goes across like this and have a line on both ends of it, and then bring that line forward and either use my hands to steer it, or I saw a guy on YouTube, he put a tiller on his mast and then attached his line that was attached to his rudder forward, and he could actually steer his boat by using a tiller that was forward, which was pretty cool. There's a lot of people also that are using rotating masts to roll up their mast or their sails, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think I was at first going to use a Latine rig, then I was thinking maybe just use a regular Bermuda, but I was looking at some of those old designs from Robb back in the 1900s, and they used the batwing sails. I think I might do something like that. But it'd only be like 20 square feet, pretty small. So I'm in a happy place, guys. I'm in a messy place. And my apartment, me and the dog, we're not too civilized right now. But yeah, I'm in a happy place. Don't know how well it's going to work, but it will fold up and put in my store in my car, and I can take it to the bay and see on a nice day if it'll sail. So that's where I'm at. And that's enough about that, guys. See you out there.